Wouldn't it be nice to stop being so busy? I am Heather Lambert from A More Magical Life, and that is exactly what I want to do. I'm going to give you 3 secrets today to stop being busy. People ask us all the time, how are you? Have you been? And our answers are usually, what? I'm so busy. I'm tired because I'm so busy. We're taking care of everybody and everything, and we're just feeling like we're being pulled in a million directions. We're wearing 100 different hats, and we're just exhausted all the time from taking care of all the things and doing all the things. We know we want to get stuff done, but we just can't seem to figure out how to get there because we're so busy. Well, my question for you is, what are you busy doing? What are you filling your time with? And unless you have tracked every minute of your day, I will promise you that your perception is probably a little bit different than your reality. And that the time that you're spending is not necessarily as busy as you think it is. So that is my challenge to you. There have been studies and research done. So Laura Vanderkam, one of my favorite authors, has studied a lot of time logs in her day, and she has found that people who report that they work 60, 70, 80 hours a week, they really only work 40 or 50 hours on average. They really do. It's a perception. People that complain they don't have time to sleep, they're so tired because they're not sleeping well. Well, on average, they're getting 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So that's not it. A lot of this is perception. It's mindset. It's being able to think about things. Work-life balance. I have talked to many business owners, busy moms with little kids who feel like they just aren't giving enough time to their children. They feel guilty about the time they're spending on their business and that they don't have the time to focus on their kids and play with them while they're young, and they don't want to feel like they're missing out or that their kids are being left out, right, of family activities or for one-on-one time with them. Well, the truth is, when you take a look at those time logs, those kids are getting plenty of time. And it's okay. The problem is us. We feel guilty whenever we're doing anything that is not what we are expected to do, right? So, number 1 secret for stopping to be so busy is tracking. You've got to track. You've got to figure out what exactly are you spending your time doing. Why do you feel so busy? What are you doing all the time that you are so busy? And I'm not just talking in general. I'm talking specifically every minute of the day. You've got to track 15 to 30 minute intervals all day long for an entire week. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds like a lot, but it is true. You've got to write down everything, and you've got to be honest with yourself. If you sat in your car and played Candy Crush for an hour, you need to write that down. If you sat on the couch and watched YouTube videos with your child for 20 minutes and now you have a song stuck in your head, you need to write that down. If you have showered and gotten dressed and you've primped and you've done your hair and you've picked out an outfit, how long did it really take you to pick out your outfit? You need to know that and write it down. How much time are you spending prepping and cooking and eating in reality? Because sometimes we feel like we're spending so much time doing things, and really it's only a very small portion of our day. And vice versa. Sometimes we think we don't spend a whole lot of time doing things, but it ends up being hours and hours of time that we just don't even realize. And so our perception and our realities can be very, very different. So you've got to track to really find out where you are spending your time and why you're feeling so busy. It's very similar to a food diary. So if you ever have gone on an eating plan or on a diet and you have to track your eating, sometimes we feel like we don't eat that bad, and then you start writing it down every bite and you realize that you're really eating way more than you thought you were. And so the same is true with our time. So tracking is the first secret to stop being so busy. You've got to know where you're spending your time. Number 2, second secret to stop being so busy is to plan things. You've got to plan it. Intention is the key to happiness and fulfillment. You've got to do things intentionally. You will be way more happier and fulfilled with your day if you have set out to do something and then accomplished it. right? Decision fatigue is real, and if we are constantly making decisions about what we want to do, then we're wasting a lot of time where we could just be getting it done. And so you've got to be intentional about planning your day and planning your time, planning your week. And when you do that ahead of time, now, even if you're feeling a little tired, how often have we kind of wanted to do something, but we just feel too tired to bother with it? Well, if you haven't intentionally planned it and let the people in your life know that this is what we're doing, you're much more likely to get started on that activity. And as you know, once you start an activity, it is much easier to enjoy it and get through it than if you're just trying to decide whether or not you want to, right? So you've got to plan ahead of time. It's super, super important. You will be feeling much more accomplished. You feel much more efficient if it's all planned ahead of time. Now, block scheduling is something that I have dabbled with and I love. I have my own little version. So if you would like to know more about how I plan my week and how I use a to-do list that makes me feel efficient and helps me get things done and move things along, and without being so overwhelmed and so busy all the time, I have a course that you are going to love, and I will put the link in the comments at the end of this video. So make sure you check that out. Now, your brain likes to rest. It wants to know that it has time to take a break. It's like a muscle, and you have to rest your muscles from time to time. And so being effective in your scheduling and your planning is also an important way to help your brain know that it's getting rest. And it will stick it out and work through whatever it is you're working through if it knows that on the other side of that, there's going to be some rest time. Your brain likes that, I promise you. So you've got to make sure you plan your life accordingly so that you can get things done more efficiently without feeling so busy, and your brain knows when it's going to rest so that you have time to take care of you. Third secret to stop being so busy is to let things go. You've got to let things go. You've got to question everything that you're doing. So often we spend time doing things that we really don't need to be doing. Why do we do things? Because we've always done it that way, because we think people expect that of us, because we think people prefer it that way. Well, sometimes people are just letting you do it because they think it makes you happy, when really you don't need to do it. Or you could do a shortcut, or you could find another way that is much more efficient, and you can let all that other stuff go. So question everything. Why do you do what you do? Why does it take the time that it takes? Is it needed? Is it helping people? Is it efficient? Can somebody else do it? This is a huge one. If somebody else can do the things that are taking up time in your busy week, in your busy day, and relieve some of that time for yourself to do other things that are much more important and priority for you, then outsource it, delegate it, let someone else do it. That is a huge one. Now, this is a caveat to that. If the thing just makes you happy, then do it. If it makes you happy, do it. My mother-in-law was visiting this last week, and one of the things she likes to do is dishes. She likes to wash the dishes. She doesn't need to wash the dishes. My son is in charge of dishes. He will do the dishes. He's going to do the dishes. That's his chore. It's his responsibility. So she doesn't need to. And our dishwasher works really good, so you just have to put them in. But she likes to wash the dishes. It's relaxing. It's meditative for her. And so by all means, spend the time washing dishes if that's what makes you happy. But if it doesn't, and you're just doing it because you think it needs to get done, maybe somebody else could do it. Maybe it could wait. Maybe there is another way that is faster that you could do. Just get the dishes done and still enjoy your time, or do something for you that's going to fill you up and make you feel more happy, more joyful, so that you can enjoy your day, right? At the end of it, you can look back and say, wow, I got things done and I still feel good. I don't feel burnout. I don't feel busy and exhausted. We had a good day. Wouldn't that be nice to say at the end of every day, I had a good day today? And so if you track your time and figure out where you're wasting, where your time sucks, where is the time just escaping you? Where can you make some changes so that you can get things done more efficiently and have some more free time to do the things that fill you up, that bring you joy, that make you happy? And then make sure you plan that stuff. You got to plan it ahead of time. Make sure that you do your life intentionally. You create activities and take care of items and spend time with people intentionally, and you will feel much more fulfilled and effective in that, and way more balanced in your work and your life and everything. And then if things aren't important, just let them go. Let them go, delegate them, outsource them. Make your children do them. Fireworks this evening. So those are my 3 secrets to stop being so busy. It's just not fun to go through life feeling busy and tired all the time. You should be enjoying your life. You should be fulfilled at the end of the day, like you've accomplished something and that life is good. Life is good. It was a good day. So track what you're doing, find out where you can make some changes, plan and live intentionally, and let stuff go that doesn't need to be done by you. I hope that helps you. If you would like to work more with me or learn more about how I do my scheduling and my planning and all of the good things, go visit amoremagicallife.com. I would love to help you out and figure out what your more magical life looks like, and then help you figure out how to live it. Because a magical life is a wonderful life. Have a fabulous day. That's it for me. Bye for now.